Guys, the first full week, trading week of Jan 2026 is in the books. It's been a green week. I know you can't see the numbers on your screen because I've hidden them on purpose because first, I want to leave them for the end of the month P&L review. And secondly, I do not want to focus on this being green week because I have traded like an absolute lunatic. I have broken every rule in the book just to get green this week, and I'm not happy about it. So let me show you what happened on Thursday, January 8th, where I pretty much dug myself a $4,000 hole pre-market, and then I recovered from it the worst way possible. So without further ado, guys, let's get into trade review. So guys, we're in trade review, and that's the summary of my day on Thursday, January 8th. The ticker in question is FLYX. So I lost money about $4,000 on a short trade, and then I recovered on a Hail Mary long trade. Yes, a long trade. I never go long because my stats tell me I'm horrible at going long. And just to give you guys a quick backstory on just my frame of mind before I got into this trade on FLYX. So I had a bit of a frustrating start to the day on this ticker ACRB. I think I'm here, right? So I traded this first thing on, let me put this on a 5 minute. So I traded this first thing at around 4:05 a.m. on Jan 8th. And it was a bit of a grinder. So I took just a quick scalp just to break the ice. And then this thing grinded all the way for 2 hours. So it went from about a low of 340 here, $3.40 to about 409 in 2 hours. Okay, I kept looking at it. I'm like, should I take a trade? Should I not take a trade? I left it alone. So I missed this pullback or a dump, whatever you want to call it here. And I was obviously a bit unhappy. And then this thing happened right at 7:20, and I still missed it. I'm like, geez, I've been looking at it for 3 hours at this point, and I'm not capitalizing on it. It quickly makes a move back here, and I still don't take it. So that's my frustration, okay, on this trade. And I'm like, you know what, just leave it alone. I mean, you haven't lost money on it. I mean, you're tiny green, just leave it alone. And then another ticker, ACO1, starts moving. A super nano float stock. I think the float was about less than 1 million shares. I'd again take a quick stab in and out. So I just felt that the focus at this point, and this was about 7:30. I mean, the news broke at about 7 a.m. So this stock was pretty much in play from 7 to literally till about 8 a.m. Kept grinding up, pulling back, again making a reclaim. And I was like, great. At this point, I'm not truly frustrated because I'm like, you know what? It's a nano float. I don't do too well going short because I've gotten squeezed pretty much in the past. And then this ticker FLYX shows up. Before even getting into this trade, so that's 3,800 shares traded, I did not even look at the news. I don't know why was I so frustrated just in general. So that's all this is underlying. I was like, I just literally aped into this trade at about 8:14 a.m. So the news broke at 8 o'clock. Here's the news catalyst on it. So the news broke. Let me just quickly, and let me check if I can grab this here. So the news broke at 8 a.m. This company had like an exclusive dealer agreement with Starlink. And I completely missed that. Not missed it, I did not even read the news. I saw it pulling back here around 8:13. I literally loaded the board, and this ticket was on short sale restriction, so you could only get out on it when it was going higher. I was so frustrated with myself because it had these topping tails, but every time it kept moving up. And I got so stubborn, I did not even take my loss and I let it balloon. I literally saw it balloon from $100 to 1,000 to 2,000. And at this point, so this thing pulled back and I was a bit hopeful. Let me put this on a 5 minute. I was a bit hopeful after this pullback here that this might soften the blow. So at this point, at this point here, about 825, the loss is about $2,000. And this thing again makes the move up. I'm like, oh. So obviously, pain was getting too much to bear. I took the loss, $4,000 out. Given back, obviously, 3x of what I had, all just this little chunk I had made in the month of January, gave like 4 or 5x of it. And I was just so frustrated. At that point, I'm like, there goes my trading career again. So frustrated. Did not take my loss when I should have. And at this point, I'm like, you know what? Let's not even bother. It's my day is gone. Probably my month is gone, even though I'm just the first week, but I know myself, my green days are like this tiny. And I've just taken literally a 20x loss compared to my average green day. And right at the open, I don't know what got into me. Again, I was super frustrated. That's why I'm not happy with myself. I never go long. Forget going long at the open. So this is my long entry at 927. Firstly, I never go long. Second, I never trade in general right before the open. My stats tell me I'm a horrible trader because it's so volatile at the open. I never am able to come out with a profit at the open. I loaded the boat here. So that's 8,000 shares traded in and out. So 4,200 shares long. At this point here, my $4,000 loss has come down to about $1,500. But I'm in denial that I want, sorry about that, it's a little noisy. I'm in denial that I want my entire loss covered. Just look at my audacity, guys. I was just trading out of pure rage. I did not take my profit here. I could have easily, taken exited the trade, softened the blow from 4,000 to 1,500, but no. I just want everything covered, just like the way I took the loss in one go. I also want to recover the loss in one go. This thing pulls back. So if I had exited the trade here, so the loss is down to $1,500, I could have entered the trade again and probably made a much larger profit. But no, thankfully, guys, by the grace of God, Jesus, this thing just rips up again. So it goes into a halt. And one more thing. So this is an AMEX listed stock. So when it goes into halt, you are not able to see the resumption price like you do on a NASDAQ listed stock. So I'm not able to see so my average is about, I think it was about 416 or 417. Wait a second. Let me see. Sorry, it was about let me go down here. So about 616 is my average. So these are all my long trades, 500 at a time. I'm pretty much adding literally like a crazy guy. And this thing halts up. So I took profit at 720. I just randomly came out with that number because I'm like, it halted at about 670. And I cannot see the resumption price. The previous high was about $7.02. So I'm like, even if there's a push, so my thing was, so the next probably psychological level of resistance would be at 725, $7.25. So I put it literally at 720. Please excuse my logic. And I got out at 720. Man, my entire loss got covered. And I got out with a $250 profit on that day. If you look at the P&L, look at that. I don't know at what point was I up $1,000. I do not have any recollection of hitting $1,000, but apparently because any stock when it comes out of a halt, it rips up. So probably at that point, I on paper hit like $1,000 profit, but I ended the day $250 in the green. Genuinely the worst way possible, guys. I'm not proud of it. I'm grateful, but not proud of it because I know this is a recipe for disaster in the future because this if I've done this now, I've opened myself to do this again in the future. And that's why yesterday, Friday, I was mentally out of it. I barely traded. Yesterday was a super tiny green day, it was a scratch day, to be honest. So that's the story, guys, of my first week of January. That's not the best way to come out of a loss, irrespective of the amount. And I do hope I learned my lessons. I've done this before and did it again. I'm not proud of it, but I really hope I can learn from this. A, first, not enter a short trade on breaking news, read the news at least, just to understand how important it is of a news catalyst, and then probably take a trade. But here I am, living another day to trade, guys. We still have a good chunk of January still left. I will keep you how the next week goes in my next video. Have a good weekend, guys. I will see you soon.